Today we will discuss the title of the poem Brotherhood, a homage to Claudius Ptolemy. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into the poem. Hello and welcome to my channel English with PK. Here I teach English mainly to the students of Bengali medium. I teach texts paragraph by paragraph, line by line, stanza by stanza. And I also discuss grammars, compositions, and other common language improvement skills. So if you are a student, or if your son or daughter is a student, you can watch my channel. And it will be a good idea to subscribe to get more contents like this. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Stay tuned to the end of the video where I will provide a bit more advanced interpretation of the title as well as the whole poem. Today, as I said in my previous videos, we will discuss about the title of the poem, Brotherhood, a homage to Claudius Ptolemy. Well, first you have to understand what does the word brotherhood mean. Brotherhood bolte ki bojhay? It is, you can say, an organic relationship between a man and a community or communities, because a man cannot have his bread alone. Man by nature is sociable. মানুষ কোনোদিন একা একা থাকতে পারে না পৃথিবীতে। তো by nature he wants to communicate with the others. With this particular conviction or perception in mind, the reader jumps into the poem to come ashore with the answer. So as we go through the poem, আমরা যখন কবিতাটা পড়ি আমরা দেখতে পাই যে কবিতাতে কবি তিনি he finds himself to be very insignificant. He finds his triviality in comparison to the vast universe. And he says that little do I lust, which is a kind of existential angst in him, which drives him to find the meaning of his life, which is the essence that I would like to find the meaning of my existence. তো সেই কারণে তিনি রাত্রির বেলায় খোলা আকাশের তলায় গিয়ে দাঁড়ালেন এবং তিনি দেখলেন যে মাথার উপরে প্রচুর তারা, and somehow a kind of providential wisdom dawns upon him that he is written. And what do you mean by being written? Written মানে কি? যে he finds two types of meaning to his, or he ascribes two types of meanings to his existence. Like he understands that he belongs to the brotherhood of human being, where there is a connection. He is not alone in this world. তিনি পৃথিবীতে একা নন। এবং তিনি আরও যেটা বুঝতে পারছেন যে if he interprets himself to be an artist, তার তো আরও বড় সিগনিফিকেন্স আছে, তাকে কোথাও না কোথাও কেউ না কেউ তাকে ইন্টারপ্রেট করছে। আমার এই প্রসঙ্গে একটা কথা মনে পড়ে গেল। আগেইন আই এম আ সিনেম্যাটিক পারসন, দ্যাট মিনস আই ইন্টারপ্রেট এভরিথিং উইথ সিনেমা। ডিডিএলজে, দ্য ফেমাস মুভি অফ শাহরুখ খান, হুইচ মেড শাহরুখ খান, তিনি বলছেন সামওয়ান সামওয়্যার ইজ মেড ফর ইউ। কাজল হয়তো কোথাও না কোথাও তার জন্য দাঁড়িয়ে আছে। তো jokes apart, that is the realization of this poem, that or that is the moment of epiphany, when the person standing beneath the night sky looking up at the stars, he understands that, well, his existence is not to be refuted. তার এক্সিস্টেন্স যতই ছোট হোক, যতই ক্ষুদ্রাদপি ক্ষুদ্র হোক, সেটাকে উড়িয়ে দেওয়ার মতো নয়। কোথাও না কোথাও কেউ না কেউ বসে তাকে ইন্টারপ্রেট করছে। তাঁর লেখার কোনো না কোনো মিনিং আছে, যতই ছাই পাঁশ লিখুন না কেন তিনি বসে। তো দ্যাট ইজ হিজ meaning, you can say, that is his worth as an artist. So that is the meaning of the poem, that is the meaning of the title Brotherhood, that as an artist or as a human being I am related or I am connected to a brotherhood primarily of the human being, and to be precise, a brotherhood of the artists. Now we have to discuss the subtitle of the poem, that is a homage to Claudius Ptolemy. Now this is very understandable. Why should this poem be a homage to Claudius Ptolemy? Now, who was Claudius Ptolemy? We know that Claudius Ptolemy was one of the ancient or one of the foremost one of the foremost astrologers, if not astronomers, of the world. He interpreted his type of universe where he defined that যে সূর্য পৃথিবীর চারিদিকে ঘুরছে, একদিকে কিয়স, একদিকে কসমস এবং তার মধ্যেখানে পৃথিবী, এই সমস্ত ব্যাপার। and we know that the total theory is bullshit today, but that does not at all undermine his work. At least he tried to map the universe, he tried to understand what is happening in the universe. So in that way, if you believe in T.S. Eliot's concept of tradition and individual talent as a modern poet, which Octavio Paz is, you cannot just ignore your past or your past poets or past philosophers or your ancestors just by saying that they were wrong. They were wrong, and because they were wrong, you can come to the right thing. So in that way, because he is writing about stars and all these things, stars, and of course in this poem এই কবিতাতে তারার কথা আছে। আমরা মানে basically when the man comes to the epiphany, his realization, as I told you, it dawns upon him when he looks up at the sky, at the stars. He sees the stars, right, and you can connect these stars with the stars of Claudius Ptolemy. Claudius Ptolemy, I am reading from something in my mobile, one of the most influential Greek astronomers, Claudius Ptolemy, and geographers of his time. Ptolemy propounded the geocentric theory in a form that prevailed for 1400 years. So it's not a matter of joke. তিনি একটা জিনিস বলেছিলেন, তিনি একটা প্রপাগেট করেছিলেন যেটা 1400 বছর ধরে চলেছিল। হ্যাঁ, তারপরে সেটা পুরোপুরি বাতিল হয়ে গেছে, বাট তাতে কিছু যায় আসে না। তিনি চেষ্টা করেছিলেন বলেই আমরা চেষ্টা করছি, আমি চেষ্টা করছি, আমি জানতে পারছি যে সূর্য, পৃথিবী, এইগুলোর মধ্যে একটা মুভমেন্ট আছে। হতে পারে তিনি সেই মুভমেন্টটা তিনি ভুল ব্যাখ্যা করেছিলেন, বাট ব্যাখ্যা তো করেছিলেন। Therein lies his connection. He is the traditional past of Octavio Paz, or the poet, at least, if you want to decentralize or cut off the particular poet from the poem. And then it says, we know very little of Ptolemy's life. He made astronomical observations from Alexandria in Egypt during the years AD 127 to 41. Well, all these are unnecessary, but I think I have made it clear that why does the poet pays a homage to Claudius Ptolemy. Well, I didn't say what homage is. Homage মানে হচ্ছে যে paying respect, paying ovation, সম্মান দেখানো কাউকে। Of course, আমি যদি আমার পাস্টের প্রতি সম্মান না দেখাই, আমি এগোতে পারবো না, বেশি দূর এগোতে পারবো না। at least you should be respectful to your past. That is what the subtitle says. But there is another thing. You will be amazed to hear that how this poem of Octavio Paz completely echoes the lines of Ptolemy himself. Let me read it to you. I am quoting from a book called Almagest, which was written by Ptolemy. Of course, it is translated version. It says, well do I know that I am mortal. Listen to it carefully. I repeat. Well do I know that I am mortal, a creature of one day. But if my mind follows the winding path of the stars, then my feet no longer rest on earth, but standing by the Zeus himself, I take my fill of ambrosia, the divine dish. Don't you think it is completely in conjunction, or don't you think the poem that you are reading in your syllabus completely echoes what I just said? I now read the poem. You try to find the similarity in its diction, in its meaning and everything. I am a man, little do I last, and the night is enormous. But I look up, the stars right, and knowing I understand, I too am written. And at this very moment, someone spells me out. So, don't you think the connection is amazing? Well do I know that I am mortal, a creature of one day. That is the triviality, what the poet says there, that little do I last. But if my mind follows the winding path of the stars connection. Homage to Claudius Ptolemy. Ptolemy wrote that if my mind follows the winding path of the stars, but I look up the stars right, the similarity, then my feet no longer rest on earth. এখানে তিনি বলছেন যে unknowing I understand, I too am written. But standing by the Zeus himself, I take my fill of ambrosia. আমি জিউসের পাশে দাঁড়িয়ে I am taking my fill, আমি আমার sip নিচ্ছি of ambrosia. Ambrosia means the nectar, or বাংলায় বলে অমৃত। ওকে, তো অমৃত মানে it is making me mortal. And when you are connected with, after this poem, to a brotherhood, you become immortal. How? Because you may die, but your legacy, being connected with that brotherhood, it goes on. Well, as I promised, here goes a bit more advanced interpretation of the poem and the title as well. Well, you see, this poem can also be seen as a satire of man. মানে ওই ভদ্রলোক যিনি কিনা রাত্রির বেলায় আকাশের তলায় দাঁড়িয়ে আছেন, দাঁড়িয়ে নিজের অস্তিত্ব খোঁজার চেষ্টা করছেন। অ্যাকচুয়ালি যদি ধরে নাও যে তিনি একজন খুব অহংকারী মানুষ, হু ইজ ভেরি অ্যারোগ্যান্ট, হু ইজ ভেরি প্রাউড অফ হিজ ওন অ্যাচিভমেন্টস, suddenly he finds that he is nothing. He is so little, so insignificant, so trivial compared to this colossal universe, the night sky, which you can say the greater go of the world. That is the night sky. তো তিনি যখন ভাবছেন যে একদিন তো মরেই যাব, টি শার্টে লেখা থাকে এখন একদিন তো মরেই যাব, তো মরেই যাব, তো আমরা সেটাকে এখন সেলিব্রেট করি যে একদিন তো মরেই যাব। দ্যাট ইজ আ কমপ্লিটলি হেডনিস্টিক অ্যাটিটিউড, যে একদিন তো মরেই যাব, তো সেই জন্য যা পারো করে যাও। তো বাট ইফ ইউ আর অ্যান আর্টিস্ট, ইউ ডু নট থিঙ্ক ইন দ্যাট ওয়ে। ইউ থিঙ্ক দ্যাট একদিন তো মরেই যাব, তো কি করে যাব, কিভাবে লোকে আমাকে মনে রাখবে। So we can say that the epiphany or the realization in the poet that he is a mortal being hinders his aspirations of achievement as an artist. খুব কঠিন হয়ে গেল ব্যাপারটা, খুব সহজভাবে বলতে গেলে যে তিনি যখন বুঝতে পারছেন যে তিনি একজন মরণশীল মানুষ, তিনি মরে যাবেন এবং তার এই জীবনের কোনো অস্তিত্ব নেই, বেসিক্যালি কোনো মিনিং নেই, তো হি বিকামস ফ্রাস্ট্রেটেড, হি বিকামস পেসিমিস্টিক। বাট as we all know, or we have known this by far, and I have also discussed in my previous videos that this poem is not a pessimistic poem. This poem is a journey from pessimism to optimism. The man looks up, and when he looks up, he by the providential downpour of wisdom, ওই প্রভিডেন্সিয়াল বা দৈবভাবে নলেজ অ্যাচিভ করার মধ্যে দিয়ে তিনি he can understand that he is not alone, someone is spelling him out. So এইরকম ভাবে সে he can ascribe a meaning to himself as a creator, and as a creator he is positing himself with the brotherhood of God. He thinks that he can be in the same boat with the God himself. So it is a deeper interpretation, or you can call that it is too far-fetched an interpretation, but of course it can also be seen in this way that man can find himself to be in the same brotherhood of the God himself. So thus you have the significance of the title of the poem Brotherhood. I have discussed it in detail, and if you find, my description was a little bit scattered. If you want a concrete, a more concise discussion, you can find it in the description box below, which I think you can of course take as your model answers. But of course I want you to mold your answers, because that's how you get some kind of uniqueness. So anyway, let me call it a day. If you like my video, don't forget to hit the like button, and of course subscribe to my channel if you want to get more videos like this. I will always try to bring more and more authentic and novel discussions to you. So I will